The education world is undergoing a transformation, and this time it's not just about online classes or digital whiteboards. It's about artificial intelligence and how it's fundamentally reshaping the way we teach, learn, and run institutions. But here's the real story. This revolution isn't only about schools or students, it's a business story. The rise of AI in education is changing how companies train workers, how executives make decisions, and how the entire knowledge economy operates. So today, let's unpack how educational technology is evolving with AI and what business leaders need to understand before they fall behind. Let's start with what's happening right now. Over the past 2 years, AI tools like ChatGPT, Khanking, and Google's Gemini have entered classrooms and corporate learning systems alike. What used to be simple edtech, think Zoom lessons, Coursera, or gamified apps, has evolved into adaptive, data-driven intelligence platforms. These systems don't just deliver information anymore. They analyze how people learn, track engagement in real time, and customize lessons down to each individual. Imagine this. 2 students are taking the same online business course. The AI system notices that one learns better through visuals, while the other absorbs faster through real-world examples. Instantly, it adjusts, showing one charts and videos and giving the other case studies and problem-solving exercises. That's not science fiction. It's what companies like Duolingo, Coursera, and Khan Academy are already doing using AI-based learning analytics. But let's zoom out. Why does this matter to business leaders? Because the way people learn is becoming the way companies train, adapt, and innovate. In the past, employee learning was reactive, a training module here, a workshop there. But AI is making learning continuous, personalized, and measurable. It's turning corporate education into an ongoing ecosystem, one that mirrors the way top universities are now run. For example, companies like Accenture and IBM are already deploying AI-driven training systems that can scan the skills of their workforce, identify gaps, and automatically recommend upskilling programs. That means businesses are beginning to treat learning not as a perk, but as infrastructure, something as core as cloud computing or HR management. And the economic potential is massive. Analysts estimate the AI in education market will surpass $30 billion globally by 2030, with the corporate learning sector driving a significant share of that growth. Now, let's talk about what's actually evolving. The first big change is adaptive learning, systems that adjust in real time. Platforms like Squirrel AI in China and Content Technologies in the US are building models that analyze student behavior, test scores, and attention spans to predict what they'll struggle with, before they even struggle. In business terms, that's predictive analytics applied to human development. It's the same principle that retailers use to predict consumer behavior, but now it's being used to predict learning success. The second major shift is AI tutors and assistants. What began as chatbots answering student questions has evolved into full-fledged AI mentors capable of guiding learners through entire courses, grading assignments, and even offering feedback on essays or presentations. Take Khanking, for example, Khan Academy's AI tutor built in partnership with OpenAI. It can explain math problems, test reasoning, and act as a Socratic partner for students. In the corporate world, imagine that applied to leadership training, a digital mentor that helps executives practice decision-making or negotiation in simulated environments. The third evolution is in content creation. AI can now generate lesson plans, quizzes, and even multimedia learning experiences in minutes. Tools like ScribeSense and Jasper are helping educators and corporate trainers cut development time drastically, letting them focus on strategy rather than production. And then there's data, the real fuel of the AI education revolution. Every learning interaction generates data: what people click on, how long they spend on a concept, what mistakes they repeat. AI systems are using that to create learning fingerprints, individualized data profiles that map how someone processes information. For business leaders, that's a game changer. It means companies can finally measure learning ROI, understanding which training actually improves performance and which doesn't. It also means talent development can become a strategic function, not a cost center. But of course, it's not all opportunity. There are challenges too. The biggest one is bias and fairness. If an AI system decides who needs more training or who qualifies for promotion based on past data, it could reinforce inequality instead of breaking it. Business leaders will have to ensure that their learning algorithms are transparent and auditable. The second challenge is privacy. Education data is among the most sensitive information out there. It tracks how people think and behave. Both schools and corporations will need strong governance to protect learning analytics from misuse or leaks. The third is human value. As AI takes over routine teaching and training, the role of educators and mentors will shift. They'll become more like coaches and facilitators, guiding human growth where algorithms can't. Business leaders will need to balance efficiency with empathy, because learning, at its core, is still a human process. Now let's connect this back to the bigger picture. AI is blurring the line between education and business. Universities are partnering with tech firms, corporate academies are adopting classroom models, and governments are investing in AI-based reskilling as part of national policy. This convergence means that learning is becoming a competitive advantage. The companies that understand this, that see education not as training but as transformation, will build workforces ready for the AI economy. Let's take Microsoft as an example. It's not just building AI tools, it's teaching the world how to use them. Its AI Skills initiative is training millions globally on prompt engineering and data literacy. Similarly, Amazon is using internal AI learning platforms to upskill warehouse employees into cloud engineers. These aren't just HR programs. They're strategic moves, because in the new economy, the most valuable asset isn't technology itself. It's the ability to learn faster than the world changes. So, what should business leaders take away from this? First, make learning continuous. Build systems that evolve as fast as your business does. Second, leverage AI to personalize development, not just for efficiency, but for engagement. People learn better when the experience feels made for them. Third, treat education as strategy, not overhead. The return on intelligent learning systems isn't just better trained employees, it's more adaptable organizations. And finally, stay human-centered. AI can teach content, but humans teach context. The future of education and business alike will depend on leaders who can merge data-driven precision with emotional intelligence. Because here's the truth. AI won't replace teachers or mentors or leaders, but it will amplify the ones who know how to use it. And that's the real lesson of this AI revolution in education. Not just for schools, but for every business ready to learn.